that new music. I don't know. I don't know that I love it, but we're gonna try something else here. This one should be better. Oh, I'm having way too much fun with my music. 2025 is my year of awesome music in my life. I dig it. I think I am in the 90s, yes. Oh, goodness. Oh, come on. You gotta have some fun sometimes. Business should be fun. We should be having more fun. If it takes a little dance party once a week, it takes a little dance party once a week. All right. Here's the deal. The real reason you are not hitting 5K months has absolutely nothing to do with doing more. Okay? And I know that's like counterintuitive to everything that we believe, right? We believe that I need more followers. I need a bigger audience. I've got to post more. I've got to be in more places. I've got to do reels. I've got to do carousels. I've got to do whatever it is, right? Nope. What you need is a clear way to bring in clients. When you have that repeatable system, you know every month on repeat, if you do this activity again and again and again, it's going to net in this result. And when you have that kind of power and that kind of confidence in what you're doing and in your business, oh my gosh, your whole world changes, okay? So if you are brand new to me, and we've had a lot of new people in this community, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. My name is Jamie Hain, and I am a video and growth coach. And I help coaches and service-based entrepreneurs get to those consistent 5K and beyond months. And we do that through creating a system like this. And in particular, the what's the word? The pinpoint, the trigger of it is you do it through teaching. You do it through a masterclass. You do it through videos like this. Okay, I'm ahead of myself and I'm on a tangent and we're going to focus. What we're going to talk about today, we're going to go through 5 mistakes. These are the mistakes that I see most often. These are mistakes that I made myself, and you're going to learn how the heck do we fix these. Okay? All right, so mistake number 1. And by the way, you might want to get out a piece of paper and write these down. I'm just saying. Okay? If you grab a piece of scratch paper, grab a notebook, something, but you're going to want to write these down. Okay? Mistake number one is that you aren't clear on your offer. And I would actually add, not only are you not clear, it's not irresistible. It's not compelling. We talked about that in a previous week. If you didn't see that video where we talked about how do you make your offers irresistible, just type the word irresistible in the comments and I'll get you the link, okay? But your offer is not clear enough. People don't quite understand what you do, who you do it for, and most importantly, why do they need to buy it? How is it going to help them? How does it help them achieve their goal, the thing that the thing that they most want? So you have got to, or they have got to, instantly understand these components. If they don't, it just scrolls right on by. Okay? So, how do you fix this one? How do you fix this one? Can you describe your offer in one sentence? If describing your offer takes a 5-minute dissertation with charts and graphs, your offer's too complicated. It doesn't mean that those things aren't valid and aren't important. But in order to get their attention, you got to be able to say it in one sentence and make them go, oh, I'm interested in that. I'm curious about that. I might want that. That's the thing that's going to help me. So this is where you start. Get your offer to that one sentence. Okay. Are you ready for number 2? They're very similar. Mistake number 2. Message doesn't resonate. You're saying all these words and they're just going right on over my head because the offer's not landing. It's not really talking to my problem. You're not really speaking to your ideal client. And again, we talked about ideal client a few weeks ago. If you didn't see the ideal client video, ideal client in the comments, and I'll get it out to you, right? You have got to understand them backwards, forwards, upside down so that you can get the messaging right. Because if your messaging doesn't resonate, here's what you want to have happen. Let me just paint a picture here. You want your ideal client to go, how does she know? Oh my gosh, that's exactly what I need. I need this. Or something like, is she got a camera in my office? How does she know that this is what is going on? This is what I need. That's how it needs to resonate. Okay? They got to be saying, oh my gosh, I need this. You're not getting those kinds of DMs and comments. You got a messaging issue. Okay? So how do we fix it? Focus on the result and what it changes for your client. Your messaging should focus on that. Oftentimes we get caught up in, my offer has this and it's got this, and we end up being like that guy. I think it was, oh my gosh, what was the product? But it was like, oh, but wait, there's more. It includes this and it has this, and then you get this and you get this. We're so focused on the features and we miss this bad boy. And this is so critically important. What are they going to get from your program? That is number 1 inside your messaging for your offer. Okay, so I want to just be real for a second. You don't need to tell me, but if you had to score yourself on these last 2, are you giving yourself a 10, meaning I got it, or is there some work to do? You don't have to give me a number, but in the comments, just check in. Is there some opportunities there? Okay, we'll check comments here in a second. All right, number 3. Ready for number 3? I feel like I should have a sound effect. Do I have a sound effect? I do. No, that doesn't work. That just doesn't. What is this? Ooh, that's better. Okay, number 3. Oh. I gotta work on my timing. Oh my goodness. Training and a show. Okay, number 3. You are teaching too much. Listen, I'm a teacher who, let me see. I was going to say show of hands, but I can't see your hands. I can see your virtual hands. Okay. In the comments, how many of you love teaching? Love training, love sharing, love educating, love giving tips and how to do things. You just love it. That's a mistake you're making. And I don't mean don't do it. We gotta transform, and we've got to change what you're teaching. Because if you're giving too much if you're giving too much education, that's why they're not buying. Because we don't buy in learning environments. We buy when we're activated, when we start to shift our beliefs and we decide that I am not good at this, I need help with this, and how perfectly timed is this offer? Now I want that offer. That's when we buy. So it's really about figuring out, how do you create demand around working with you? It's a balancing act for sure, But this really should have been mistake number 1, because this is the one that most of us make. Like, okay, be honest. Yes? How many of you make this mistake? I know I do. I know I do. I'll put my name in there. Okay. So, how do we fix it? Where's my sound effect? You got to switch from teaching to shifting beliefs. It's still teaching, you're still educating, but in order to get them into your programs, you've got to start shifting beliefs. I did a post not too long ago where I talked about this. It's about activating them into action. That's how you get them into your offers, into your programs. Okay, number 4. I got to figure out how to get this better. I'll have it by the end. You know I'm going to have it by the end. And I don't know that I love that sound effect. Okay, number 4. You're not making it easy for people to say yes. Ooh, right? Ouchie mama. That's a stinger. This comes down to sales skills. I'm going to say it. And I know that selling can feel awkward and pushy and yucky, but that's the story that you're telling yourself. That's the story you're telling yourself. It does not have to feel that way. You don't have to be used car salesman. What you have to do is you have to position and message your offer in a way that almost pre-sells it. Now, when you're getting them on calls, I have them, guys, they happen all the time. I will get on a sales call and the first words out of the other person's mouth are, I'm already buying, I just got some questions. Those are the best. Who doesn't want like 10 of those a month, right? Okay, so what am I talking about here? I'm talking about having a plan, a process for how you move people from, hi, it's great to meet you. Who are you? What's this all about? To, I'm coming in your program. And this process has to be so streamlined and so simple that you can do it on repeat. And when you figure this out, and I know I do this too. I throw around words like sales funnel, and that just makes everybody's eyes go, blah, right? Simpler than that. How do you go from I'm posting content to I'm enrolling you in my program? And it shouldn't be more than a couple of steps. Okay? So, you ready to fix it? How do we fix this one? I almost had it that time. Guide, not convince. This is the ultimate thing that we try to do. We go into this mode of, I got to convince people to do my programs. No, you're not twisting arms. You're guiding people through a process and you're taking them step by step, very clearly. You're going to do this, and then we're going to do this, and then we're going to do this. And you've got to know what that is for your offer. That's the repetitive part. Okay. I want to check in again before we do number 5. How are we doing on these mistakes? Okay, so let's just go back. Let's go back. Mistake number 1, your offer isn't clear. Mistake number 2, your messaging isn't resonating. Mistake number 3, you're teaching too much how to. And the other thing I will say in here is why they need to buy your program if you're giving it all away for free. I'm just saying. You're not making it easy to say yes. You're not guiding your people. You're not pre-selling your offers so that your sales calls are like, this is a piece of cake. Okay? How are we doing? Again, I don't want to put anybody on the spot. I don't want you to be like, I'm a 0. But can you at least say thumbs up, thumbs down? Is there opportunity here for you to work on some of these? Yes? I imagine so. Okay. Let's go to number 5. I feel like a Glenda the Good Witch. Okay, mistake number 5. You are posting all over the freaking place. You're just throwing stuff out and you're like, I don't know if this is sticking. I'm just going to put it up there and throw it out there and maybe it'll work. Versus having an intentional strategy for what you're posting and how that ties into leading them through this process. Right? The right content is what moves them through your process. Your content is what makes them go, oh, I've got a problem. Oh, that could solve it? Oh, she can help me? See how that works? Okay, how do we fix it? Sound effect. Yes, I'm laughing at myself. It's okay. You got to have purpose in your content. You've got to have a strategy. If you have not mapped out your pillars and you don't know where you're going and what you're trying to target and what you're doing on a daily basis, you need a strategy. You need to have purpose around your content. You got to have a plan. Now, let me just say this because I hear this all the time, especially I have so many of you that are more on the woo side and more spiritual in nature. And you always tell me, I don't like to have a plan. It stifles my creativity. I like to just be in the moment and feel it and go. Okay, me too. I love that. But you still got to have a strategy. I'm not saying you have to map out and pre-write every single thing you're going to post and have it done for the next year. I'm saying you got to have a plan. It's like if you're going to go on a vacation, okay? We don't just get in the car and go, okay, car, where are we going? You have a plan. You at least define, how am I going to get there? Where am I going? What do I need to pack? Where am I staying? That's your strategy. You may still get there and be like, what do we want to do today? What are we feeling like today? I feel like sitting by the pool all day. I want to go to the beach, whatever it might be. Okay? I have a strategy and a plan, but I still create content on a daily basis based on my intuition, my gut, my whatever is going on. But I still have a strategy that guides me. I hope that analogy sticks. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so what questions do you have about these 5 things? We're going to talk about what's going to shift when you start to correct these 5 mistakes. Okay, let's go to comments. I haven't looked at comments yet. All right, hang on here. Lots of waving, lots of hands. I'm assuming those hands are, yep, I got some work to do. That's okay. I love that you guys liked my music at the beginning. But no one's commenting on the sound effects. So those must not be, you're not loving the sound effects, are you? I get it. Carol liked me saying, ouchie mama. My mom used to say that all the time. That's a good memory of my mom. Ouchie mama. Speaking of ouchie mama, I stubbed my toe on my mini trampoline this morning and I broke 2 toes. Ouchie mama. Ouchie mama. So that's going to be, okay, this is a perfect example while you're thinking of questions, okay? So I stubbed my toe. That's content. That's inspiration for content. It just happened. I'm going to totally do a post on it. But I got to connect that to what I'm talking about inside my strategy this week. So when I post it, and here's the deal. It's going to be posted tomorrow. So I'm not even going to tell you what I'm going to post, okay? But it'll be a post with me. I'm not going to show you my bruised and broken toe because that's just, ugh. But I'm going to be on the trampoline. I want you to go watch it. It'll be on my personal profile tomorrow. Watch how I connect that inspiration of me stubbing my toe on the trampoline into my message and my strategy for this week, okay? Sometimes we can learn by watching what other people do and then saying, how do I do this in my space? Okay. I totally got on a tangent with ouchie mama, but it was good. Oh yeah. Ouch is right. Yeah. Like I stubbed my poor pinky toe I've stubbed it a lot of times, but it was these 2 toes, if that makes any sense. And I've not felt pain like this in a very long time. I wasn't sure I was even going to be able to walk Otis. It was so bad. Okay, I'm not seeing any questions. Okay. Okay, Carol says, I 100% agree with you. She's talking about the spiritual and wanting to be like in the moment. And she said, I'm one of those, but I leave room for this, but I still have a plan. That's exactly it. I still know where I'm going. I still have a destination in mind. I still have a theme. Sometimes that's helpful. I have a theme. I have some context around what I'm posting. But I allow room for that inspiration to strike. You got it, Carol. Awesome. Okay, no questions. So let's talk about some of this stuff. When you start correcting these 5 mistakes, here's what's going to start shifting. Number 1. Oh, no. That's way too annoying. Nope, I can't go there either. It's too much. Okay, that's better. Okay. Instead of searching and being, instead of you searching for clients, they're coming to you. Let that sink in for a little bit. Instead of you saying, where is my next client going to come from? Where are they going to be? Where am I going to find them? You stop thinking about where am I going to find them, because they're just showing up. That's what starts to shift when you correct these things, okay? Number 2. Instead of guessing and hoping, those are not strategies. You have a plan. And it's not just a plan for your content. You have a plan for how you're going to get clients. How are you going to get sales? How are you guiding people from the high to buy? You have a plan. No more guessing. No more guessing. Oh, I got to figure that out. Instead of being uncertain and being in that state where you're like, oh gosh, what am I going to do if I don't hit my number this month? Like, I don't know what my revenue is going to be. Like, am I going to be able to pay my bills? You know, because you know what works. When you can get to the point where you say, when I do these activities, this is how many clients I get, and it becomes on autopilot, you don't worry anymore. You're not uncertain anymore because you know what works. Okay. My question for all of you today. I'll be done with the sound effects. What's your biggest aha? What is your biggest aha? And in particular, let's go with which of the 5 mistakes are you going to work on? Which of the 5 mistakes are you going to be like, this is the one I got to prioritize? Let's see some comments. I want to see. And it's not so much that I'm going to hold you accountable. This is about you holding you accountable. This is about you saying, I'm going to take all of this great knowledge in from Jamie. This is awesome stuff, and I love it. But you got to take action. Just sitting here listening to me, while entertaining, I know, especially with the sound effects and the dance party at the beginning, it's about what are you going to do? What action are you going to take? And sometimes that action is the simplest thing, is to start saying, I'm going to focus on this one, right? Don't go focus on all 5. Focus on the one that you think is going to have the biggest impact on your business. And drop that in the comments. You're dropping it in the comments so that we can all witness it. So we can all be here to say, all right, we're going to send some positive vibes your direction, and we're going to make sure that you get after it. Okay. So Carol says teaching. Yeah. Or less teaching, or shifting what you're teaching. Less how to and more belief shifting. I'm telling you what, you will be amazed at the difference it makes. It's huge. Huge. Okay. Hey, Beth. Beth is on with us. I love it. Beth says, I need to create the scaffolding to receive people into my world. I love that analogy. Yes, it's the process and the structure. I love it. Scaffolding. Oh my gosh, what a great word. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. I know we got more than Carol and Beth on today. And those of you that are watching on the replay, #replay, you're not off the hook. Which one of these 5 are you going to focus on? Okay. Jackie missed the first bit. That's okay. You can watch the replay. You're exactly right. But what I thought about was the whole throwing spaghetti. It's the social media stuff, right? I'm throwing spaghetti. Okay. The good news is Jackie is in my Ignite Your Business program, and we're gonna work on this, Jackie. I promise you. By the end, you will be like a master at no more throwing spaghetti. You will have a plan, and you will know where you were doing, and it's gonna be awesome. So trust me, right? I got you. Okay. Okay. Stephanie says, how do we shift belief? Good question. Okay, you've heard me talk a little bit about. I'm trying to think what video this was in that we did in here, where you're taking your clients on a journey from the pain that they're in to the result that they want. Okay, this is often referred to as the A to Z journey. Okay, are they aware of the pain points? Are they aware that that there is a solution to the pain, that they don't have to stay in that pain? If not, you've got to start shifting beliefs and make them aware of those things. Okay. So rather than say, I'm going to teach people, I'm trying to think of an example here. I'm going to teach people I'm trying to think of a really simple example, and all I have in front of me is tape. Okay, let me think if I can tie this in. So let's say I'm a professional wrapping paper. Like I teach you how to wrap presents. Okay, that's what we're going to go with. And so my theme today is the tools that you need to use, right? And so what I could do is do a video on how do you pull the exact precise length of tape off this. How do you make sure you get that perfectly right? That's a how-to video. Okay? Instead, if I'm going to shift beliefs, I'm going to start talking about the kind of tape that you have and why that matters. And I'm going to talk about why it's important to get the right length of tape pulled and what that's going to do for you to take you from that A to Z journey. And then if you want to know how to do it, well, then that's why let's have a conversation, because all of that is in my program. Okay, that may be a horrible example on the Scotch tape, but hopefully you followed that, okay? A really good tip, ChatGPT. If you are using ChatGPT to plan a video or plan a post, just ask at the end, okay, instead of giving this as a tip, if I wanted to shift beliefs inside my ideal client, what would that look like? You're going to see a difference. Okay. Start with that. And Stephanie, if you got questions on this, message me, because I know you're also in the Ignite Your Business program. So you get access to me on Messenger. I'll help you do some of this. If you want me to look at a post, send it to me. Okay. And the rest of you, if anybody else, we can do this on a call, on any program that we're in. If we want to talk more about this, we can do that. Okay. Let's see if I'm missing any other questions. Love that ChatGPT. Me too. Okay, so do you want my help with this? That's really the question that I have for you today. I've lost my mouse. Do you want my help? If you are sitting there and you're thinking, yep, out of those 5 mistakes, I'm doing them all. Maybe you're not even doing them all. Maybe only 3 of them need focus. But if you need help shifting that for yourself and for your business, that's what I do. And it all starts with booking a Become Unstoppable call. It's a free call. It's a strategy call. We'll talk about those 5 mistakes. We'll talk about what is going into your process or your scaffolding, as Beth likes to talk about it. And we'll talk more about what it would look like to work with me in any kind of container. We got lots of different options there. Okay. So if you want to book a call, I have not put the link anywhere. Just type the word call in the comments and I'll get it to you, or you can DM me and say, I want to book a call, and I'll get you the link. Okay. Here's the most important thing that I want to make sure that you get out of this is that the real reason that you're not hitting the revenue goals that you're hitting is not about you're not doing enough. It's not that you need to do more, bigger audience, more people, more process, that's not the right word. More things. That's not the answer. What you need is a process. You need that scaffolding. You need that system. And it's the system in how you message. It's the system in how you structure your offers. It's the system for how you move people from hi to buy from me, so that you have this repeatable pattern that makes sales so much easier. So much easier. You need a plan. That's essentially what you need. And what I'm hoping that you will do, whether you want to work with me or not, hopefully you've got enough to get started today in solving those mistakes, those 5 mistakes, and starting to shift and being more intentional and more purposeful in what you're doing inside your business, so that we can stop the spaghetti throwing, because the spaghetti throwing is not getting you anywhere, is it? Right? We keep doing the same things over and over and over. It's the definition of insanity. Hoping for something different, hoping for a different outcome, and it doesn't happen. What shifted for me was what I'm talking about here today. Shifting those 5 mistakes and shifting what I'm doing and how I'm spending time and how I'm showing up. And it can do the same thing for all of you. All right, everybody. Thanks for being here today. I cannot remember what next week is all about. Oh, I know what it is. Yes, next week is Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day. By the way, in my other group, total side note here, if I've not invited you and you are interested in let me know. I'm part of a trio. We have a Facebook group called Holy Bleep That's Cheap, and it's all about cool gadgets and things on Amazon and discounts and deals and whatever else. We are doing a game night. It's actually not next week. We actually decided to do it after Valentine's Day. It's on the 20th. We're going to play games. We're going to do a scavenger hunt. We're going to do some fun stuff for Valentine's Day. So if that at all sounds interesting, let me know. But next week's live is all about how to love your business and make money too. So I hope to see you next week, Wednesday, same time, same place. Thanks for being here. See you guys. Bye.